Hey there, my name is Josh Diotti here with Customer Relations, and today we are here to get you ready for delivery day. That's right, it's finally here. And so I am sure you have watched a lot of the component videos to help you decide if the product is for you or not. And so the goal of this video here today is to help educate you on how to use your van to make sure you are ready to go. And so slow us down, turn closed captions on, rewind, rewatch the video completely if you need to. Make sure you take notes, write any questions down so that we can best use your time here on delivery day. So with that being said, let's get started.
Any of those were hitting OK on the steering wheel to get through. And then you physically push the OK button up and down to navigate. The three lines illuminate on the top right, meaning we can use the additional info. And now we can see all those settings that you'll probably never use.
Yep.
Blind spot, pre-collision, lane keep. We can,
So I can deactivate that, but do those always come back on after I start the vehicle?
No, they do not.
Okay.
But most of them are choosing the settings on how they'll work as well.
Gotcha.
So if we click on lane keep, it turns mode from alert, the intensity of those. But there's actually a toggle right here, that little car on the end of your turn signal stalk, and that will turn it on and off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's try that. I'm gonna do that.
There you go. Now it's off.
Oh, sweet.
So, the way we can navigate most of those settings are through there. Vehicle settings around here, so we can set those lighting, the locks, how that remote start worked I was telling you, where do you want it on or off? Do you want climate control? Do you want seats, to be heated?
Okay.
Yeah, all those settings through there. And then under maintenance, we can check oil life and then individual tire pressure on here, which is pretty nice. Generally, they're about 15 PSI difference from front and rear.
Yep.
So since it was driving around, today to get fuel and stuff, it's a little higher.
It's
but
always going to fluctuate
yeah.
too, depending on the weather. So.
Yeah, generally we kind of like them around 55 in the front, and then 70 to 75 in the rear, kind of in that range. So yeah, most of the settings are through there. This will be your main driving one, and I'm going to reset that for you since we've been idling, and just make it more accurate for you. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for this side. This side will be your cruise control options, set, cancel, resume. The top left one that looks like a hovercraft, that is the adaptive cruise for forward and back, which I've used and actually did a couple times. Yeah. But it was a long trip out to we went out to Crested Butte and stuff, and the EL, and it was just kind of packed, so I kind of liked trying it, but I didn't use it in every situation. But that'll be something you can kind of decide if you want.
No, I'm disabling it. I've got that in my 4Runner.
Yeah.
And every time you try and pass someone, it's almost like it starts to break.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
It's kind of a pain in the butt.
Interesting. Well, it is there, and you know how to turn it off. Off the dash under your left air vent is where you have your lights. Turn that big silver knob all the way to the right if it's not already there. That is the auto, which you'll always leave it on pretty much. The half button to the side is your fog lights. And then over to the left you have your mirrors, and below you have your parking brake down there.
Okay.
So that's where the electronic one is. You just pull on it, and then to turn it off you have to put your foot on it and then push it forward.
So what is this here, the A here? I know there's a parking brake.
Let's push it. Don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, I'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Moving back over, we have a few more buttons. So we have parking assist. So this is you're choosing how you're going to park. It will use your sonar and kind of tell you how to get in and out of spots. So the one next to it is for the sensor sound themselves. So if you don't want the backup sounds, or if you're carrying something on the hitch, it's going to beep at you the whole time. So we can toggle those on and off. And then the driving mode, each time we press that, it's changing on your dash from normal to eco to slippery, mud and ruts, and tow and haul. So that will change the way traction control, the
Yep.
10-speed shifts and everything. And then this alone is just traction control when you want to turn it on and off.
Cool.
Over here, that's the button for the auto start stop. So whenever you get to an intersection or stoplight, it shuts off the vehicle. Every vehicle moving forward is going to have that installed as per EPA, but
Yep.
unless
So
it's
I'll be
electric.
turning that off every
Yeah.
time I get in.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's, yeah, you need to turn that off each
Yep.
time you get in.
Yep.
And then this one will be door close for that passenger slider. And this is that front one off the Ford emblem on
Oh,
the dash.
nice.
So
Okay.
that is your license plate frame, so you get to see like directly down, which is really nice. And it will stay on there while you're, driving around and stuff too. You can change the view, but I don't think this really helps any.
Not so much.
Yeah, so it will do the same for the back when we're in reverse as
Yeah.
well, kind of change the view of it. But USB and 12 volt. You also have another USB and 12 volt under your paperwork up there. It will work for your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, just plugging in text messages, Google Maps, all that stuff on here, which is really nice. Here are your trailer brake controls, which you don't need right now, but just engaging and disengaging, and then raising and lowering how much additional braking it has. We do have manual controls here for the shifting of the 10-speed, and then these are the heated seats. So that's pretty much most of the dash features inside of here, other than playing through this with your navigation,
Yep.
hooking your phone up, and all things like that. So I do really like using the Apple CarPlay though over the factory nav,
Yeah.
just
me
because
too.
everything's
So
saved
much
on there,
easier.
and it'll work for Waze and other stuff as well. So yeah, you'll get used to this playing around with it. Looks like Katie's phone's connected right now, so
Call
change
someone.
phone. Yeah, usually testing everything to make sure they work on here. So you can add your device, or like I said, plug it directly in. Other than that, do you have any other questions about the front area at all for me?
No.
Ready to get on the
Standard
road?
Stuff. No.
Yeah, well, if you can't make it all the way, Wilson Lake's a good pit stop. Most
Yeah,
people
yeah.
shoot for, just somewhere to pull over for the night or a couple hours.
Yeah.
Got your bundle of keys. Got enough. I know. And like I said, each one of those little ones are for the
so how do
remote
you
start.
do remote start on
It says
this?
on there. It's just
Okay,
lock,
nice.
unlock, lock.
Okay, cool.
So
That's easy.
yeah, or you can just press that
Yeah.
once button. So
All right, sweet.
I think that can be coupled with just a dummy key or something if you wanted,
Mhm.
But yeah, a lot of options.